the pericardium, a sac around. Peri means around, cardium's heart. Now, also, on top of this pig, it's pretty easy to see, there's a gland that sits on top of the pig's heart. And this gland, I'm going to grab a hold of right here. Glands usually look like sand grains. And there's one that's almost part of the pericardium here. This is called the thymus. Do you remember T cells?
Yeah.
T cells get their name from your thymus gland. They're white cells. They grow up in the thymus gland. And they're your killer cells that go after pathogens to break them apart, kill them, and destroy them. They're cells. It's part of your active immunity. In you, when you were born, your thymus gland was big on top of your heart. Right now it's small. If you tried to find my thymus gland, it's almost completely disappeared.
Size of a fist.
So your thymus gland, when you're born, it's kind of big, and then it keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Because T cells, this army that you're building up, by the time you're an adult, you have the army. Yes.
So this one would be bigger than like a cell?
It would what?
It would be bigger than a cell? On this page?
Yeah, in calves and piglets, the thymus glands are huge. But if we look for them in the adult, it's really hard to find. So we could find your thymus gland. But mine, probably if you dissected me, at a medical school, you probably wouldn't find my thymus gland. Okay, now, I want you to look right here. There's a lot of lung tissue, and there's lobes. Here's a lobe, here's another one, over on the other side. I'm going to cut out a piece of lung tissue here and ask you, if I was to take this and put it into water, would this sink or float?
Dissolved.
This would sink. Why, Eric? This fetal pig has never taken a breath. Now, as soon as you're born, one of the things, you see on movies, they hit a baby on its bottom to get it to breathe, to stimulate it. Well, what the nurses actually do is, when a newborn is born, they'll thump the bottom of its foot. And together with the shock of going from 98 degrees of water to 70 degrees of air, bright light, noise, thumping your foot, little baby's likely to go, "Wah!" and breathe. Now, as soon as you take your first breath, this lung tissue fills up with air. Now, does anybody have life insurance on them?
What?
Anybody have life insurance?
Kyle
Yeah.
does.
I probably do.
So, if you die, that life insurance pays. Well, sometimes life insurance starts out the day you were born, right? Well, what if you were born dead? Would a life insurance policy pay? No. If you were born then,